Howdy. How's it going? We're back in the gym for another afternoon workout. Today, I think I'm gonna do some dumbbell bench presses and also some other stuff. I haven't quite figured it all out. It's gonna be a push day though. Definitely gonna be a push day. Um, how do I put my bench in here so that it's on camera but still? Is that on camera? I don't. Yeah, I think that's fine. Uh, and I need to move this barbell without knocking my camera down. Actually, I'm just gonna put the barbell under the bench. Running out of room in my gym. It's actually not so bad when I can open the garage door. It more feels kind of cramped when I have to do everything with the door closed. Still beats having to drive to the gym though. All right, quick warm up set. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to go 5 for 10. 5 sets of 10 on a 100-pound dumbbell. That's the first thing I'm gonna try to do. I have one viewer. Oh, my one viewer's gone. I scared him away. And yes, I am drinking espresso while I work out. It's like the cheapest form of pre-workout you can get. I mean, most pre-workouts. Okay, I know there's some people going to tell you this that pre-workouts are like this big fancy magical concoction of stuff. 99% of it is bullshit. What it actually does is it just dumps a crap ton of caffeine into you, which is what espresso does too, and it's much cheaper. All right, first set. Here we go. Also, I'm going to get my hair cut today, and I'm excited about it because it's been way too long. Okay, first set of 10. Oh god, 4 more to go. That is kind of the fun part about going live is you kind of get to generate your own bloopers. Although I really should have brought my other phone. There's probably nothing wrong though with spending some time in a silent room by yourself. There's some quote like that. There's like a quote that's like, all of man's problems stem from the fact that he can't sit quiet in a room with himself. I can't remember where I heard that. Uh, which I guess you could say I'm not really sitting quietly in a room by myself, but I wonder when I swipe away, uh, does it turn the stream off? Because I just swiped away to go to like to go to Edge to look something up, and I wonder if the stream paused. I'll have to look at that. Well, I don't think I'm going to get 5 sets of 10. Maybe 3 sets of 10 and 2 sets of 8 or something like that. I can just feel after that set, getting 10 more reps on these next 3 sets is going to be kind of tough. Going to be kind of tough. And my hair is so long. Like I have so much extra hair back here. I probably should like grow my hair out at least one time before I leave the earth. I had pretty long hair in the 6th grade, but like really long. Like try to get like shoulder length hair. That would probably be pretty legit. I don't have my watch either to time myself between sets. This is I came ill prepared today. Ill prepared. This is this is that weird experience of live streaming and no one's watching and you're just a guy in a room talking to yourself. But at least I'm getting a workout in. Oh yeah. I don't know if 10's happening. Uh, okay. That was 4, I think, or 5. It's not going well so far. 2 more. 2 more sets. I'll be lucky to get probably 3 reps apiece on these next 2. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So today is my eldest no, my youngest son's birthday. Um, which actually I try to make a video for them every year on their birthday. and I made one today. It's on my channel. It's not for it's not for you guys. It's not for anybody else. It's really just for them. The reason why I put them on YouTube is really safekeeping. I figure regardless of what happens with all my other storage places, I figure YouTube is going to be around for a long time. So hopefully that's a way to keep them safe. And the my kids, they like to watch them, which has been kind of fun because when they were little, they were kind of oblivious to the fact that I was making those for them. But now they talk about watching them all the time. I'm wondering at what age, though, they're going to find it embarrassing that that their dad makes them birthday videos. Okay, maybe we can get four this time. This is fourth set. The goal was 5 sets of 10. We've done, let's see, 20. We've done 24 reps over 3 sets. Okay, how's it go? Oh man, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It's been fun making content again. I used to make a lot of content all the time. When I was in the fitness world, I made a whole ton of content every day. None of it really took off or made really didn't really seem to connect with anybody. There's actually a channel if you look for Freeborn Training Systems. That was the YouTube channel I made most of my fitness content under. It's still out there. I don't really use the channel anymore just because people didn't seem to really like my take on fitness that much. So I mean, I still love it. I mean, if I could be a personal trainer for a living or a strength coach for a living, I'd do that in a heartbeat. It's just a hard way. It's a real hard way to make a living, especially when you got a family, people dependent on you. The difficult way to do it. I admire those who do it. It's a difficult way to do it. But yeah, recently over the last like month, I told myself at the beginning of the year, basically, I kind of made a commitment like I was going to try to get back into the act of making more content purely just because I feel better when I do it. I feel more productive. I feel more motivated. Um, and I think it's just that the pure act of like creating and making things. That's the reason I think I love to code so much. It's the problem solving aspect of the thing you're making. It's being able to have something to show for the work that you did. So that's been good. And some of the stuff I've been making, people have actually been watching. Like I've got a couple of short videos that I made, like funny, like programming meme videos that I made that like are up over 1,000 views. That's the I don't think I've had a video that I've ever put on YouTube make or get that many views. And I have made a lot of YouTube videos. Uh, I probably should have took the hint after about like 3 years of making videos that nobody watched. Maybe they didn't like what I was putting out. But again, it was like this is making content has been much more for me than for other people personally. Um, I mean, if other people like it, awesome. But it's just there's a lot of joy you can get from the process of making stuff. Well, It's like 35-ish reps out of 50 that I had planned, but I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, now we're gonna do some barbell shoulder presses. That's one of my favorite exercises. I didn't used to like it. I used to prefer doing dumbbells, but yeah, in recent years, I really come to enjoy the good old standing barbell press. Not only have I come to enjoy it, but my shoulders seem to like it too. Although some people, I think, don't have as as much or as good of an experience with the barbell shoulder press. If you have cranky shoulders, probably not the best thing because of the fixed pronated grip. But if it you don't have cranky shoulders, I usually don't either go too heavy on them either. I tend to work in kind of that moderate rep range, 8 to 12, 8 to 15. It's funny. I know I'm not that old. I'm 30, it's 31. I'm not that old, but the thing is, I've been lifting weights since I was, let's see, I've been lifting weights since I was 12 years old. I've probably lifted weights from the age of 12 to today. I have probably lifted weights 95% of those days between those 2 points in time. And I plan to do that till I plan to lift weights the day that I die. That would be my optimal plan. Um, and so lately, not lately, but over the last 6 years, since the age of like 24, 25, I've just been, I mean, you can look at me, I'm not like the most like in shape individual. Like I carry extra weight and stuff, but uh I've just become so much more focused on like quality of life, staying strong, staying mobile, being semi-resilient, right? Not getting hurt because I fall down or get into an awkward position. Um, and that's just been so much more of a priority for me from a training perspective. And I think that's really I think unless if you're not competing, like if you're not competing or have really specific goals, that's probably what you should organize your training around is longevity, well-being, quality of life, uh, because just the risk to reward's not there if you're not competing at a high level or you have very specific goals. Um, in my opinion, that's one guy in a garage gym's opinion, but take it for what it's worth. Anybody else working out today? Yeah? No? Yay? 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 No? Okay. Any anytime I try to acknowledge the fact that there's people here on the live stream, people leave. Like I'll see the viewer count. It'll show like one or it'll show like two, and I'll say something that kind of like and then they're gone. Which is totally cool. Like, it don't bother me. I the people that I watch stream, I don't really get involved in their chat. I just like watching them stream and listening to them and just kind of hanging out, sharing space, which is it's a very introverted thing of me to say, but yeah, that's one of my favorite ways to spend time with other people is to just share space. Don't necessarily want to talk or have a conversation. Um, let's just be near each other, enjoy each other's company, but work independently. I think all my espresso's gone. Yeah, all the caffeine has been drinking, has been drunk, has been drinking, has been drunk. I drank all of my espresso. English is hard. Okay, don't make fun of me. Here's something. I haven't told this to a lot of people. There's nobody here, so it doesn't really matter. uh, um, oh, so one of my big motivations when I don't know, I must have been 18, 19 years old when I was first personal training. I started making content online to try to help get clients, to try to build expertise and awareness. But one of the big pushes to start making like video content was to get over an insecurity I had about the sound of my own voice. I don't have the deep baritone, nice sounding voice, you know? People always made fun of me growing up that I had this kind of higher pitch, almost nasally sounding voice. And I've always been super aware of that and haven't, uh, yeah, I was super aware of that growing up and even into those young adult years. And so by making by making video content, you have to record yourself and you have to listen to it a lot. And it sort of was like exposure therapy for me, where I just kind of had to get comfortable and had to get okay with the fact that that's the way you sound. That is your voice, and you need to embrace it and not be self-conscious and insecure about it. Which maybe there's healthier ways of going about dealing with something like that. But yeah, making content has really helped with that. And I'm still like, even today, I know like that's the way my voice sounds. If I could make it sound more like a radio host, I probably would. But you can't let stuff like that stop you from doing things you want to do, uh, especially speaking. Like so much of your life and your world is going to be dependent on the things you say, the opinions you offer, that your ability to communicate those opinions and thoughts to other people, both in your personal and your professional life. If you're insecure about the way you sound and that limits how much you talk, uh, there's going to be a problem. All right, I think one more set of these. We'll do something for our triceps, and we'll call it good. Then it should be time to go get a haircut. That's the one thing about sports clips. I don't know if any of you are familiar with sports clips, but they have really long wait times, like hours long wait times all the time. And I can't figure it out if that means that the hairdressers are slow or they're just really busy. When I go in there, it doesn't look super busy. But then again, I'm not a hairdresser, so uh, maybe it only takes a few people in the waiting room to delay your to delay your wait times by a big factor. I'm excited to get some of this off my head though. I always feel so much better when I get a haircut, but I try not to get them very often just because I like to save the money. Even though a haircut's like $30, you know, the difference between a haircut every quarter and a haircut, you know, every month, it's pretty significant from a money perspective, right? If you're saying, let's say it's $30. No, let's say it's $40 when you factor in tips. If you go once a quarter, that's $160 a year. If you go every month, that's 400 and let's see, 12 times 40 is 400, 2 times 4 is $480. You know, that's a $300 difference. I mean, you could buy an Xbox, you could buy a mini PC, you could get some new home gym equipment. You could invest $300 a year into the S&P 500 over the next 30 or 40 years. That's that's serious money, compounded. Um, but I know people in my family probably make fun of me because I let my hair get so out of control. But I don't know, man. It's seems like not money well spent at this juncture in my life. Maybe if I get some of that Bezos money, I can get my hair cut every month. There's a guy I work with who gets his hair cut like once a week. I don't know where he's going, but for getting a haircut once a week, woo, feel like that'd run you a pretty penny. All right, I'm gonna do some. So I don't have cables. One of my favorite exercises to do in the gym is like a cable press down. Like your cable station, just set up the rope, or I personally prefer the V bar and just do cable press downs. I don't have a cable machine. That's something I'd like to fix one of these years to just get like a small either a cable system that hangs off a pulley up here, which I found those on Amazon. They're like 90 dollars, couple haircuts. Uh, or just kind of a smaller footprint cable machine. There's a cable machine by a company named Heiser, I think it is. Uh, that's really nice. It's very expensive, but it's got a small footprint, and but it has two cable arms on it. And I've always thought, man, that'd be perfect for my gym, my home gym. I just have yet to bring myself to buy it. It's hard for me to let go of money sometimes. It's harder to let go of money too when you have a family because while you may have the money to spend, um, like as a dad, as a husband, I kind of know that somebody else is probably going to have something they need, and so if I buy the thing I want and then they need or want something, it kind of doubles the expense, right? Your income is being shared by three people, four people. Uh, yeah, I'm just always reluctant to spend money on things I don't need because I know at some point down the road, in a month or a couple months, somebody else is going to have a 30, 60, $100 purchase too. And yes, I know this looks weird, but this is the most comfortable way I found to do these. The nice thing about band press downs, kind of interesting, is they actually have a really good strength curve because at the bottom it's the hardest, which is going to be where you are almost always most likely the strongest. And then at the top, it's the easiest, which is usually the place you're the weakest, is in those end ranges of motion. It's kind of nice. I mean, I think people would argue like it being the hardest at lockout's probably not good, but like I feel like you can do quite a bit of weight if all you have to do is go from here to here, here to here, here to here. Um, you can probably do more weight in this bottom range than you can in that top range, in my opinion, which makes bands an interesting exercise for that because they have a different strength curve than a cable, um, because of that dynamic, because of the elasticity, right? The strength curve is an interesting thing. People don't think about that enough. Like just the difference between, if you're doing a dumbbell curl here versus let's say you bend over now, hold your arm out in front of your body a little bit, completely changes the basically the amount of force that's required at all the different positions in that range of motion. It's kind of an interesting way you can, I mean, you can have, like I said, like even with a dumbbell curl, right? Like you can do this one motion, elbow flexion, elbow extension, and just by changing, laying down, sitting at an incline, leaning forward, arm in front, arm behind of the body, you can drastically change the training effects you get. It's kind of an interesting way to be creative, with limited equipment. Someone's gonna stumble into this live stream and be like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" Maybe one more set. Maybe one more set to failure, and then we'll call it good. When my hair is long, I do this a lot. That's one of the things I don't like about it when my hair's long. When my hair's long, I find myself messing with it a lot and combing it, making sure it's straight. When it's short, it just kind of sits where it's supposed to. All right, last set. We'll just go to failure. Huh? Try to do as many reps as we can before our triceps scream uncle. All right, I think that's gonna do it for me. I don't know if anybody came and hung out, but I'll keep inviting you guys. YouTube's weird, man. Like I've been looking at the analytics more than I probably have ever posting stuff, and it's weird. Like there's definitely an algorithm, right? There's like the stuff you think people will want to be interested in watching doesn't get surfaced, but then stuff that you think, oh, no one's gonna want to watch this. That's the stuff that does get. surfaced, there's definitely a game to it. Like there really is something to the whole Mr. Beast and his obsession around analytics and paying attention to those numbers. You're trying to basically kind of game the algorithm in a way. It's kind of interesting because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who make good stuff and post it and then no one sees it and they're like, ah, forget about this. Um, but you got to kind of learn to play the game, just like anything in life. All right, y'all. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. I'm gonna go do some work, get my hair cut. I'll probably stream some on Twitch later. And if I don't see you guys again real soon, I'll probably see you in some shorts or some videos. All right. Bye, guys.